Hello to all my lovers and my supporters. Please, I want to talk about this art. I just started nursing this idea and I try to do something with it. But for the first one I did now, it's not too perfect. So I don't know. It's not too perfect. So but then I will do the explanation. I will still come up with a very good one. So when I did this, I started by wrapping the wires and all of that, and then I tried to use it to see if I can fix um the both, that is the top, which is the crown, to this wire. So I actually use the sides of the crown for this, for the second wire. So what are the things I thought I should have corrected? Yeah, from what I observed, there was no need for me wrapping this wire with the um bias I did. It wasn't necessary. Okay. And then second thing I did that I thought I should have corrected is that um I felt, so the second thing I thought I should have done was to have an additional wire. Instead of having just two layers like this, I should have had three. So I have the one at the middle, then the biggest, that's like biggest, you understand? So I should have had like three wires. It would have given it a better support. And then there was no need for me wrapping the beginning wire, but then I should have wrapped the middle wire. Please listen to my explanations. If I have the time, I will do another video. I should have wrapped the middle wire, which I did not put in this place now. And then the last wire too, if I was going to put it on the body or even inside, there was no need for me to wrap it. And while I was tying this, I didn't take note that one of the spoke, that is one of the wire that I was connecting, already shift base. So I was just focused on creating the video. So by the time I was done, I didn't have a complete balanced round surface. So that was even the most annoying part of what I did that I was not pleased with. Okay. So that's why I said I was just going to be doing explanations and then you will listen. So these are just the fault I found in this art, and I believe that if I have the opportunity, I will create another perfect one for you to see. But for now, let me just use this for the purpose of the training. And this is also a call that you should be very careful when you are fixing yours. One of the reason I can easily have a this spoke burning is because there was nothing in between that gave it a proper stability. So that is why I said for the correction we need about three wires. So after the three circle, then we can now have four of the straight ones as the connecting wires to connect it. Okay, so if I'm going to do another one, number one, I will not wrap the biggest part, but I will wrap the middle. I will wrap the middle wire, and then I will also wrap the connecting wires. These are just the only two wires that you need to wrap. All right, the finishing you don't need to wrap it, the beginning you do not need to wrap it. I hope that is taken. So we try to connect. Okay, and then after I finish connecting, I just check to see that okay, my crown can actually sit on that circle. Like I said, I actually use the measurement of the crown to create that circle. So after that, I went ahead and then used my um net, net lace or lace net, whatever, for this particular one as well. You can just use your veil net, any net of choice, but I really want to believe that it needs to be soft. You understand? When it's soft, you will easily be able to walk around it, try to like pull it tight, it will be smooth and all of that. So make sure that whatever net you are going to use is a very, very soft and flexible one. Don't work with net that is stiff or materials that are too strong to control. Remember I said This concept is just for the purpose of the transparency. Is the fact that it's transparent. I want to have a transparent base for my butter art, and I want it to be a net. So if you are working with a plain net, it will come out more than what you are seeing me doing now. Then I will also want to like lay emphasis that um you can wrap this base if you are not going to do the finishing I did. So when you wrap it and you sew, you are going to sew it with a very beautiful thread. You know those beautiful nylon thread that is shining. Ehen. Those are the thread you will use to finish it off. So that sewing, the sewing will be a part of the design that you will have on the edge. So when you do that, you will not need to like do a you will not need to hem the edge, because this particular one I did, I actually hem the edge. So you will not need to hem the edge if you will follow that process of wrapping and then sewing. So by the way, I was not really planning on hemming the edge. I was thinking I will be able to use invisible thread to sew it, and that edge will just give me a good finishing, and I will not need to cover. So but then I find out that invisible tray wasn't really invisible, abeg, so it was showing and I wasn't pleased with the result. But nowadays child, there are what they call it now, there are invisible, they are colored invisible thread. Me, I don't know how that one work, but then if you want to sew it and leave it, like, you must sew the edge. It's not possible that you will not sew it. Something must be covering the edge for your finishing. So this is just how it looks. So what next I have to do is that you can see that while I cut the middle open, I did not just cut it to the space of that net. I gave distance, I gave a little distance. The reason is that I want to use that remaining fabric that I left to like glue or gum to the body of the crown. You understand? I'll gum it as I finish sewing now. I will still bring that one out and gum it to the body of the crown, which will help me to get the crown really, really stable. Okay, it will help me to get the crown really, really stable. So when you get the crown stable like that, um by the time you are doing your covering, like bet, when you are betting that edge up, your bet will cover every other rough work that you use in securing your crown to it. So you can see that's what I am carefully applying glue to, and then I'm gumming it to the body. So it's just going to help me to get the crown attached properly to the base. After that, I will cover it up with my belt. I'm going to create a belt using acrylone and the material of the, you can use any colored material, you can use any other color of material that you want to use to belt it. But I was not really, some persons will say, oh, it's not bad, but it's bad for me. I have a standard. So the major reason why it's so bad for me is the fact that I did not get the thing really, really to be really circular, that is, get really, really round as I want. So that's why I condemn this cap. But then with my explanation, you can try your own and see if you will be able to come up with something really nice. If you do, congratulations. If you don't forget that I said I'm going to repeat this video. I'm going to create another beautiful video with all the understanding I've gotten from this first one. Okay, and then I'm going to bring you something else. I'm going to bring you something else that will help you be able to create your own, and it will be effortless. Okay, thank you very much. You can watch the remaining part of the video. Please do not forget to like. Just click on the like and comment. Use your questions as comments. Even if you don't have questions, just comment thank you or it is beautiful, so that YouTube can in turn recommend this video to other people. This is the only way you can help me. If you are thinking of, oh, how do I help this woman, just like my video and comment on it. It's beautiful, thank you, finish. So I'll see you in my next video. This process is difficult, so don't look at it the way I'm doing. You know, there is you have the connecting wire. So what I do is that when I sew, when I get to the connecting wire position, I will like just roll my thread over it. So the thing is that, am I going to leave it like that? No, I'm going to get a very tiny needle, and then for those parts that I jump now, I'm going to do my hand stitches. That is, I'm going to use my hand to sew it, so that you don't think I'm leaving it. No, I'm not leaving it like that. Oh. But then don't think that my machine can sew through the iron, or the iron, the wire did not get end to end. It did. So what I do is I roll it over it. Once I get to that place, I'll roll it, I'll raise my machine, roll it over it, continue on the other side. So the mind is that you will use your needle and thread and carefully tack that part. All right, so before you know it, you have finishing. So this is the belt I want to use. So with me betting it like this now, you will now see that every other rough work I did there is gone. All the rough work is gone. You can't trace it no more. Okay, so that's just the intention, to make sure that we do a good a good finishing, is well, is presentable, and good to go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I told my girl, do something very small for me. She went ahead and do this large thing. I have to be thinking of how I'm going to fold it. I'll be able to use it. So that's just it. But you can see that now that I bet it on it, every other thing that should be like a challenge, they are gone. No, no more. So we just design and we are done with it. So once again, I have said goodbye before. I'm repeating it again. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.